Hello，大家好，我是 Teacher Ku。Yeah,
Teacher
just
Cool，你
related to
好。
I am guessing that most of our audience are going to be Singaporeans who have just finished voting.
嗯哼。
So yes, happy polling day.
Woo! I hope that all of you have voted. Hello, hi Emily. Yeah.
Oh,
So
for a moment I was thinking, who called me Hi Cher? Am I your teacher? I was
no,
like, okay,
she's
no.
calling me. She's calling me.
Okay,
I'm her teacher.
okay. So
I
now
mean,
I gotta
yeah.
get used to people calling Cher, but not me. Okay,
I'm
hi.
sorry. I'm sorry, Kevin. Yeah, but I mean, for those who don't know me, hi everyone. My name is Joel. I'm a
Hi,
freelance.
Joel.
Yeah, hi. I'm an actor and a voice coach. So Emily, she's actually one of my voice students. So I actually hold like group sessions where I teach people about the voice and how they can better use their voice in their daily lives. Yeah.
So you teach voice usage.
For singing and speaking, for me, the singing and speaking voice
Mm.
they are the same, and it's really
Ah.
and the more awareness and the more educated you are about your voice and understanding what's happening, the more things you can do with your voice.
I must be more aware of how I use my voice today. Hi, Yunxing.
Yes. Hi Yunqing.
Yay! Yeah, so okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Kevin. I mean my YouTube name is called Teacher Who. So just like how I get used to people calling me Cher, right? Yeah. So I teach mathematics most of the time for upper secondary school to JC students. So that's my
Mm.
main thing that I do. Yeah. Oh, Yunxing shared Joel's page.
Oh, thank you, Yunqing. Yes, please follow me on Facebook page or and Instagram as well. It's the same handle. So yeah, go follow me, and then you'll receive interesting information about voice, about singing, and about things I do.
So today we're going to talk about vocal. So one thing that we use our voice for is like, for example, now what we are doing is to conduct 直播 Facebook Live, which
Yeah.
of course the expert here is Joel.
I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't call myself an expert. I think all of
Yeah.
us are experts in our own ways because we use our voice every day, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
think right now in the COVID-19 situation that we are in, our voice is even more important because we cannot we I mean like as for teaching wise, most of our teaching has have we have transited from going being face to face, group setting to
Yes.
mainly online teaching. Yeah, and you
Yes.
see a lot of people doing live stream nowadays, and
Mm.
and they're sharing people sharing information online and through
Yes.
video, yeah, through live stream, yeah, like what we're doing right now. And I mean, the great thing is that it's convenient. We can reach out to more
Yes.
people, but one downside is that because we are so far apart from each other, the only thing that gets from me to you to your side and to our audience side is our voice, right?
Okay.
And that's why our voice, how we use our voice is very important because I mean, from what I've seen, of the various live streams that I've watched
Mm.
on Facebook and on YouTube and on Instagram, sometimes I'll be wondering, it's like after 10 minutes I just after
Yawn. You yawn.
5 minutes, yeah, I will just, oh, this is so boring, gosh.
Okay, so if any one of you are watching this right now, are attempting to yawn, okay, please refrain yourself from doing so.
Actually, it's fine, they can yawn all they want because I can't see them. I won't see them, so it's
Oh,
fine. Oh.
later that everybody kind of post yawn, yawn, yawn. We'll feel so sad, right? Yeah, but what
Yeah.
Joel just mentioned is like, normally, a few months ago before COVID-19 struck us, before we all like work from home, study from home, etc. Communication used to be more than words, more than voice. We had a
Mm,
lot more, such as physical touch. I mean, sometimes when you talk to each other, you tap each other on the shoulder and so on. And also, body language was so much more important. But right now,
correct.
you can. I'm still having some body language, but it's just a little bit of a hand gesture. You don't know what I'm doing with my the entire body. And if I move too much,
What are you doing below? What are you doing below?
scratching my leg. There are some
Mm,
things that we used to do in real life, in classrooms, for example, walking around the classroom, but now on Zoom, I can't. The
yeah.
inability to touch them physically means we have to rely on we have less tools to use, which vocal become even more important, more essential.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. So I'm quite curious, right? I mean, for
Yep.
those who are watching us this evening, right? How many of you started going live stream within the past 2-3 months because of COVID-19?
I will say Yunqing's name first. I can even call her my teacher in live streaming.
Oh wow. Yeah, I know that Yunqing she's very active in live streaming. Yeah, I see all her live streaming and I love the conversations that she has with her guests. Yeah, it's always very interesting. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And so for those who started doing live stream or even like
Yes.
online teaching
Mm,
webinars,
mm.
I would like, I mean, if it's alright, I would like you guys to share, what are some of the challenges and struggles that you face when you're doing all this live stream. Are there any fears and struggles
Uh,
that you encounter, you know? Yep.
so
So
to
feel free to type
stage,
in the
stage.
comments and let us know. Mm-hmm.
Yes, comments, please. Okay.
Yeah.
So when
So
you say fears, you're talking about like, things like stage fright, maybe.
yeah, stage fright or the fear of speaking, because I think
Mm.
I mean, speaking face to face and speaking online virtually is definitely very different, right?
Yes.
When we're speaking face to face, we get immediate response by what we see, what the other person is doing with their physical body. We get to
Mm.
have a better sense of what they're feeling as well, through our intuition. And
Yes.
also through the voice, we get to hear exactly um, what and how things are being said. Yeah.
Mm.
But then because online, a lot of times, a lot of things are being processed. Like right now, my sound is going through the mic, it's going into the platform, and then it's
Yes.
coming out on the other side
So the
of the
quality
audience
of
side.
your mic, the quality of your voice, the quality of our audience speaker, all matters. And if one of
Yes.
them screw up, right, then the entire audio experience will be quite jeopardized, lah.
And yeah, and like what Yunqin said, a lot of people
Yeah.
are afraid to show their face, and
Yes.
and as a speaker, if you're sharing things, you always want to have a sense of how the audience is responding, what
Right.
they're feeling,
Very.
and right, and as a teacher as well, right? When you're teaching, if you want to get a sense of whether your students are understanding what you're teaching, and if they don't show their face or if the camera don't show what they're doing, then it's like you have no idea. You have no idea what they're thinking, and how they're responding to whatever you have said.
I conduct Zoom lessons. There are some students who are very fearful or maybe shy to show their
Mm.
face. Okay, and in that case, right, I notice my communication with them tends to be a bit poorer because that's when I realized that how much the facial expression matters, quite a huge role it plays in our communication. Because sometimes when I talk to you, when I say something, I'm not exactly sure if you're listening, but when you just smile or you nod your head a little, and that is you see you can do that without making sound, and our communication can go on more a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's also a form of encouragement. So of course, not showing face, it does actually affect the communications quite a bit. Yeah, and also because of technology issues, right? I think most technologies are not very able to support two or three persons talking at the same time.
Mm.
So if right now you want to respond to me and like 打断我讲话, right? Maybe the system would show something like quite muffled. Yeah. So
Yep.
there's also some limitations that we face over the last few months.
Definitely. I mean, what you have said is correct, because like when we are using platforms, what's happening in the audio is that the audio is being processed by the platform. So
Yeah.
the platform is trying to figure out who is who is more important.
At this
if I'm talking, who is
moment.
more important at this moment. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that's why you filter out whatever that is they deem as less important, and sometimes everyone is important. Yeah. And let's take a look at what Yunqing said.
Okay. This would be the people who want to do live but never do lah.
Mm.
Yeah, so don't know what to say, feel paiseh, or maybe like I want to say, but then what if I embarrass myself?
Yeah. I mean, I think for those who never do live before and suddenly start to do live, it's always very
Yeah.
challenging. There's always this first personal barrier that you have to overcome. You have to step out
Yes,
of it. It's like your own comfort zone, and you're trying
yes.
something new. So you have to step out of your own comfort zone. But then, as the saying goes, you never know till you try it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
and
I
what's the
think
worst thing?
yeah, what's the worst thing? You'll still be alive, and most people shoot you down for a few days, but you'll still be here.
And most you get some negative comments.
Yeah, and I think that it's always important to go back to why you are sharing what you want to share on live stream.
What is your message?
Yeah, what is your message? Which I'll talk about it later. Finding out to
Ah,
clarify. Exactly what do you want to say and why. Because if you're not clear on what and why, the why you want to say it, then
Mm.
then it's very hard to push out of your own comfort zone.
One thing I learned in a course, Finding Your Million Dollar Voice. So
Oh wow.
one message, one thing that I learned from her is that when we are nervous on stage, when we are like, oh my god, am I doing a good job? Do I look good? Am I saying the wrong thing? When we are so concerned about ourselves, we will get nervous because what we are focused on is our own performance. Am I doing a
Mm,
good job? How will you look at me? Are you going to judge me as very good or very bad? So the focus is on ourselves, and that's why we get nervous. However,
correct.
if you shift the focus from performance to serving the audience, maybe with message, maybe with entertainment. Okay. So, but the thing is, if your focus is on, oh, what value can I bring to the audience? Is it entertainment value, information value, and or transformational value? So, in that case, that service, shift your focus to the audience, and as long as you're adding value, you don't have to feel scared or nervous,
Yeah.
even if you're imperfect. And come on, lah, all of us are imperfect.
You're absolutely right. I think knowing who your audience is and knowing what value you can provide to them and putting them as your focus is the best thing ever because it's never about yourself, right? It's never about yourself. It's never about what you can do. It's never about what you know. It's just not about you because once you put you focus on yourself, you become self-conscious. So always focus on your
Uh,
audience, and you need to know who your audience is. If you don't know who your audience is,
oh
and if or
yeah.
rather if you think you know who your audience is and what and who your audience really turn out to be is different, then there's a mismatch. Then that is when things get really awkward, right?
Yes. So Rain say very true. Focus on audience will make you nervous. No fear of judgment. Yes.
Although that said, right, I think that being nervous and being anxious is a very normal human
Part and
being
parcel, right?
thing. And as a
Yeah.
performer for myself, even
Hmm.
though I've been on stage so many times, just the moment just before I step onto the stage, step out, to see the audience, I will always get nervous. Yeah, and it is it's very normal. But the thing is, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you learn to
Yeah.
channel that nervous energy into something else. You learn to use that to hype yourself up to become more excited. And you use that to focus on your audience as well. So those are different. I mean, there are different strategies that you could use, and obviously, rehearsal and practice is always
Oh
one of the
yes.
way to overcome nerves because when you rehearse and you practice you know exactly what you're going to say and how you're going to
Mm.
say, and that will reduce a lot of nerves already because you're not trying to figure things out on the spot.
And perhaps you all those mistakes that you can make, or let's say a big part of the mistakes you make it during a rehearsal anyway.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
being
Rain shared something very useful. A useful technique is called a deep breath. Okay, breathe
deep
in
breath.
and out.
Yeah. And this is
Yes.
very important because it really helps you to calm down your nervous system. Usually, what's
Uh,
happening, what's happening to your body
mm,
when you are having performance anxiety is that your body
yes.
goes into this flight or fight mode. You know,
Okay.
so your body is like, oh, should I fight or should I flight? Should I run away? And
So
that's
that's
when
when
you
we take
really
shallow breath,
yeah,
right?
that's our
Yeah.
breath becomes shallow, and we feel like okay, I can't really breathe. Everything is going out of my body. My hands are getting sweaty, and and my heart is pumping a lot faster. So deep breathing is very important to calm the body down, to calm the nervous system down, so that so that you overcome the flight symptoms that your body is experiencing. Yu Ching
Okay.
has an interesting question.
Okay. Let me show that. Joel, how does a person find the right audience?
How does a person find the right audience? What do you think, Kevin? I mean, Kevin, you have been. I mean, you're a math teacher, and you teach.
Mm.
Um, what levels do you teach for
Okay,
maths?
upper sec 3, 4, as well as JC 1 and 2. In my case, right, definitely it's easier for me to find the right audience. The levels of the classes is already quite self-explanatory. If this is too easy or too difficult for you, then you're just not the right audience.
Yeah.
Mm.
So which is, I mean, what you said is is brilliant because every one of us we have our own unique style. We have our own unique
Yes.
personality. The way we talk to people, the way we engage with students and with audience. What the people that we draw in, is unique to us. So how
Yes.
to find the right audience? I think the key thing is that you need to know who you are as a person, and then with that, then you are able to draw in people who are similar to you or who is going through similar experiences that you have gone through, right?
Or who
Because
require your service or who are
yeah,
suitable for you.
correct. So this is what we call like your specific audience. Like so example for me, myself being
Yes.
a voice coach, obviously my natural audience is to be people who want to improve their voice, be
Yes.
it in singing or in speaking. Anyone who wants to learn more about that. But my specific audience, my right audience for me is people who
Yes.
wants to really express their own emotions through their voice,
Ah,
whether
okay.
it be in speech or in singing.
Ah, yes.
And
Rain
Rain
said.
is right, you have to be yourself and then you will draw the right audience. For live stream, the only way we can inject energy is really through our voice. I mean, I can do all this action, but does it influence you at all? Does it affect you at all? No, right? You just think I'm crazy, right?
It does, but a smaller extent, I would
To a
say.
smaller extent, because I'm not face to face. I'm not physically there
Yeah,
interacting with you.
we can't do
Yeah.
high five either. Yeah.
That's why our voice is so important, because it's the only
Mm.
thing that really reach out across to the other platform. I mean, people tune in because they're interested to find out more, and so they have a level of interest there. So
Mm.
as a speaker, we then have to make them even more interested. We have to inspire them, and a lot
Ah.
of times, um, the way that we can really do that, the easiest way, right, the fastest way, right, is that we ourselves we are passionate about what we are sharing,
Ah.
right?
Okay. Okay.
Because
Okay.
because our own passion will actually be our own passion is infectious, it's contagious, it will spread. It will change the way we use our voice. It will change the way we use our physicality. Even you see, right now I'm using gestures. My voice
Yes.
changed. I'm moving forward a little bit, and the way I speak also changed as well. So our own passion, what we're passionate about, is actually infectious and will actually change our audience as well. So it
Okay.
is important, for those who are starting out to do live stream. Maybe you're feeling a little afraid. You're feeling a little bit uncertain. Always go to your passion. What you're passionate to talk about. For person A, it could be he just want to make money. For some other people, it's really to benefit others. And for some,
Ah.
it's to give value. For some, it's to empower. For some, it's to inspire. For some, it's to change, to transform. So all these different verbs, that we use is our objective of our speech. Why do we want to speak? Why are we
Why?
sharing our information? Why? What do we want to achieve by the end of this talk? And
Mm.
why? And today, why we want to share also because
Mm.
I think, for me personally, I see so many people doing live stream out there, and I feel like a lot of them they can do. I mean, they are doing great things. They are doing great things, and I
Great
want them to
content.
be even better. Yeah, great content, but it's not
Yep.
reaching out to the audience who really need them, or our audience are just losing focus or losing attention because of the way we
Mm.
speak. Because yeah, a lot of factors. So you have to be clear of why you want to share, and this passion is just infectious. It's the first step. Once why you want to share, the passion is there, everything becomes very easy already.
So now the topic has to be something that you feel for. Yeah, that is also why everybody has a different message for the world.
Correct. So once the why, the passion and the why you're sharing the message is clear, and your audience becomes clearer already, because you're really
Okay.
narrowing down to your audience. So going back to Yunqing's question, how do we find the
Finding
right
your
audience? You have to know why you are sharing it, and then with that why, then you will know which audience will gain the most value out of it.
so the
Right?
right audience will come to you because they are like, they suit this topic, they are
Yes,
suitable.
correct. Yeah. And then once everything that is settled, then naturally your content comes out already. You know what you want to share, right?
Ah.
You don't need to brainstorm. Oh, what do I need to share? I'm stuck. I don't want to share. I'm very stressed. But you don't need, because you already know why you want to share it and who your audience. You understand what they need. You understand what value you can bring to them, and then that is what you share about. That is the content of your message, of your speech.
That's so true. A couple of years ago, I've heard of a potential speaker who say, I'm very bothered. Why? It's a 10 minutes talk, but I cannot find more content. I squeeze in everything with it. It's just 3 minutes. And then I got nothing else to say. Then it's like, then why are you talking it? Why are you speaking when you have nothing to say? If you really have a message to serve, to speak to the audience, then yeah, you're going to have a big problem or headache trying to find content to fill up the
Yeah.
time. And actually, I tell you, even if the person really fill up the time, it's something that I would say is no value, but it's definitely something that's very little passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually with little passion, you also get quite boring.
Correct. And then it just trickles down. Then your audience get bored. Then they be like, oh, why these guys talk so long? Keep talking, talking, no point. I don't understand what you're doing. Then it just
Sounds like school principals leh. School principals talk always like that one. Huh?
oh
Hello,
well.
school. Good morning. I'm your principal. I'm here to waste your time. Yes.
Anyway,
So you
yeah,
see, what Rain is saying, is these principals, or maybe some speakers, they're just trying to fill out the time. Oh my
correct,
god. Yeah, I
correct.
got a
And
30-minute speech to fill out at the time. Oh my god.
I think that's
Just,
the most
just
dreadful
cut short
thing to
lah.
do. Yeah, just cut
Mm,
short. Keep it short and sweet. And I
yes.
think that's a rule of thumb. A thumb as we're speaking online because when we're speaking online because people's attention is so short nowadays with social media and IG and Facebook. So we need to make sure that our points are clear, succinct, and we don't really beat around the bush. We go straight to it. To really grab their attention. And
Yes.
so yeah,
And we
and
don't answer the question called which school is it. Okay.
yeah, and whatever that we've talked about, finding out who's your audience, why you want to
Mm.
share, and the content of your message, that is actually just a foundation. The next level
Uh-huh.
is then how do you present it? How do you use your
Oh,
voice and your body to present your message?
how? Okay.
Yeah,
So we had
how?
settled the why. Now here's the how.
So it's very important to be aware of how you're using your voice online.